Private Prissy Pants?
Sir, yes, sir. Lieutenant Hefty?
What are you doing on your iPod on guard duty?
I'm listening to the default setting, sir.
Default setting?
Sir, yes, sir. It's a podcast where Jess and Gigi discuss people's default setting and how it's affected them, sir.
Sounds like hippie liberal psychobabble to me, Private.
It's actually really good.
What are you doing on base?
I'm your 5 o'clock humiliation appointment.
I hired you for discretion.
Catch the default setting on the Above Below Entertainment Network.
This episode of Let the Hate Flow Through You is brought to you by Jess Faulstich.
Hey, isn't that Jess Faulstich?
Nah, that's Sailor Moon. That's Jess Faulstich.
No, that's just a couch covered in cats.
Oh, well, where's Jess Faulstich?
Guys, I'm literally right here.
No, Jess Faulstich has blue hair.
No, Jess Faulstich's hair looked like she'd be part of the alt-left, if that were a thing.
Didn't she shave her head?
Just come see me every Sunday night at Avenue Tap House at 7 p.m. for the Red Light Comedy Showcase. The first Sunday of the month is open mic, and the last 3 Sundays showcase Cleveland's best and brightest comedic talent.
You know who's the funniest female comic in Cleveland?
Who's that?
Mary Santora.
God damn it.
That's Jess Faulstich.
This is Nick Urich, and you're listening to Let the Hate Flow Through You with Jeremy Shear and El Hordano Diablo.
Let the hate flow!
Available on the Lousy Weather Media Network.
Welcome to Let the Hate Flow Through You, live from the Bop Stop in Cleveland, Ohio. I'm Jeremy Shear.
El Hordano Diablo.
And this week on our live episode, we're going to be looking at a wide variety of subjects. But we're going to start in one place and see where the night takes us. Joining us on stage and in your ear holes is Cleveland professional wrestling legend and very funny guy online, Mr. Gregory Iron.
Ooh, that sounds good.
Pro wrestling legend. That's
Yes,
a little
absolutely.
ridiculous.
You can
Jeez.
adjust your mic as much as you need to.
I think we're good.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You just lean in on it like real good like that.
Bite into it.
Well, if that's what you need to do, if you need to bite into it, that's what gets you going. Snack away, because I'll just get a new mic.
And it really is just a snack.
So, Greg, why do you hate dating?
Well, it's the worst thing ever. I don't know.
agree.
I've liked girls for about 30-ish years now.
Okay.
And then there came a point in my life after I stopped thinking that they had cooties where I decided to pursue liking girls more. And actually, so I didn't even kiss a girl until I was 18.
Oh,
Okay.
were you waiting for marriage?
No. I was just too unappealing, I guess. So it was very frustrating.
Disagree.
Trying to initially get out there in the dating world was horrible. And then I dated a few girls, and then I met my girlfriend of 5 years, and we broke up like a year ago.
Oh,
and
no.
it's very painful.
So this is new for you. This is
yeah.
all new.
Yeah. So like venturing in my 20s, dating was like whatever, I guess, Like now, as a 31-year-old man, it's fucking horrible. I hate it. Like dating apps are a thing now, and
Yeah.
like I'm on these dating apps like Bumble and Grindr. I mean,
Hey,
Isn't Bounce right next door?
Tinder.
Bounce is closed. So yeah.
yeah.
Any grinder boys you're going to get here at the pizza shop across the street.
So the dating apps are horrible. Just like the idea of like, I don't know, like I thought with my previous girlfriend, like that was it for me, right? Like
Yeah.
we've been together for 5 years. We lived together. I thought everything was well. One day she just decided in a random conversation that she loved me, but she wasn't in love with me. So,
Wow, you got a line used on you.
oh yeah, it was like real. It was like a fucking horrible joke, right?
Yeah.
So
now
just
that I'm
randomly, just one day was like, you said you were living together for 5 years?
like 4 years, we were
Okay.
together for 5, and so like so I moved out, and now like the person I thought was my fucking best friend, I never talk to anymore. So that's weird. And
Yeah.
so then I tried to go on these dates, and I don't know, like so like in my 20s I could like pretend like I give a shit when
Right.
a girl talks, right? Like I find her attractive and like I'm like, going through the motions like, yeah, you're attractive. Yeah. Just pretend that I like what you like, and like she'll say like one thing that she likes and I'll accentuate that in my brain and try to convince myself like, oh yeah, this girl's cool. When really
Right.
she's not. I just want to get in her pants, right? But now I'm 31. I don't fucking care about that stuff. Like
Right.
I want like
You want a connection.
I want a fucking connection,
Yes.
right? And so, like, that's hard to find. So it's like, I go out with these chicks that I meet in these dating apps because what am I going to do? Meet a fucking girl in real life? Like,
No.
who does that, right? That's not a thing.
I know too many people that have been married off of OkCupid to know that, yeah, meeting in bars is not a thing anymore.
Yeah, and I don't drink. I don't smoke. So it's like I'm not going to go to a bar to meet someone. So it's difficult.
Go to a juice bar.
No.
Juice bars generally are there for titties.
I know what they're for. That's why I was saying it.
You know, you could find a nice young girl there who you could drink juice with, and
Maybe.
she's already naked, so
that's true.
I mean, what's not a connection about that?
Yeah. Oh God.
You're
Yeah.
going to end up with some residuals after that connection. I
Yeah.
think that's the problem.
For sure, right? Yeah. So it's like I don't know. I'm trying to think. What was the first date I went? I waited a couple months and I matched with some girl on Bumble or some shit, and
Bumble's the one where they
unlimited swipes.
Oh,
You just keep swiping.
I thought
It
isn't
never
that the one
ends.
where you can like somebody if they like you back, but the girl has to initiate the conversation.
The girl has to make the first move.
Right on.
But even if they don't, I've gotten to the point where, based on their name or what they put as their occupation, if they don't make the first move, I can find them on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram within a couple of minutes.
Yeah, without a doubt.
Yeah, so if you don't fucking message me, I will find you.
I've actually had that happen to me.
Or at the very least, I will just creep on you. I mean, that's that's.
You know that there's I didn't know this until recently, but like some people have those apps that like can tell you who's looking at your Facebook page.
Oh, yeah, is that a thing?
I
right?
guess that's a thing. Like I assume you have to pay money for that, but that just seems like very vain and also hazardous for the person creeping on you.
Oh, for sure.
Because if we're not friends and it's like this person looked at these pictures, it's like, oh shit.
Yeah. So it's like trying to think. So the first date I went on was like this 34-year-old first grade teacher.
Okay.
I'm like, all right, yeah, that's like sounds like mature and responsible. Like, how dumb of a person can you be, right? So I'm like, I'll give this a chance. So I went to this drive-in movie. We
Right.
saw Pretty in Pink, and also like going on dates for the first time with someone to a movie is fucking stupid, because it's like you can't even talk, right?
Right.
Like you're
Right.
just watching a movie. So I'm stuck in this car with this chick watching this movie, and she's just asking me these dumb questions, and I don't give a fuck, like at all.
Like give me an example.
So like the one that like sticks out, like I'm already like checking out of this conversation. I'm just thinking like just please let this movie end. Please let it end so I can just leave. And at one point she goes, so like who's your celebrity crush? And in my head I'm like, the fuck? I don't know. I don't fucking think about this. Like there's a lot of
The
chicks.
reason for that question is so she wants to know who she should compare herself to.
I guess. Like, I don't think about, like, there's fucking, I'm attracted to a bunch of girls, but I'm not sitting around like, I really have a crush on this person. Like, I'm a fucking 31-year-old man.
Next time you get that question, you should just be like that girl from the movie Precious. Just like completely just throw it out of left field and see what sticks.
So her response, like, I said, I don't know, who's your celebrity crush? Just to get a feeler for the situation. She goes, she really thought about it, too. She goes, probably have to say Drake. And then I was just fucking done.
Yeah.
I was like, because where's this relationship going to go? Your fucking celebrity crush
Canada.
is Drake? Look at me. I'm a 5'4" guy with cerebral palsy. I don't know nothing about Hotline Bling, you know? Fuck.
Hang on a minute. You have it in if she likes Drake, because Drake was in a wheelchair for a few years
He was.
on television.
He was.
You
That
just
is
have to
true.
pretend that this is a different thing.
That's not my handicapped hero. Fuck Drake.
Terrible. Yeah, so dating. It's not a thing that I want to do anymore.
I don't blame you. Have you considered paying for sex?
Yes.
Maybe we should move on to another subject.
All right. Fair enough.
Yeah.
He didn't ask you had you paid for it.
Oh, okay.
No, that's been my way to get out of having to date. But it's difficult with the tens of dollars that I make doing comedy.
I got you. Craigslist Backpage.
See, Craigslist Backpage got taken down, man.
Oh.
There's you have to go out into the world and see who has the nicest sweatpants now.
Oh, God. Terrible. Awful. Social interaction.
Yeah.
Well, like you said, like who goes out and like meets people anymore? Like
not a thing.
No, it's really not. I mean, I met my girlfriend just because we both did comedy, but we didn't start dating until 4 years after that, and the initiation was done over Facebook.
Nice. Yeah, but how do you feel about dating within your like profession? Because like I hate the idea of like dating a girl wrestler because everyone's like, why don't you just date a girl wrestler? You guys would have so much in common. Like, no, fuck that.
Right.
First of all, like when I go to work, like I mean I shouldn't call it work because it's like it's fun, pro wrestling.
Right.
Like I just get in my spandex half naked in front of a bunch of people I don't know and I wrestle some guy that I just met.
Sometimes in a sombrero.
Yeah, sometimes in a sombrero. Whatever I'm going to wear. A few weeks ago I wore a dress because why not?
All right.
And it's a weird thing, but it's like so I don't know if I want like a girl to be traveling with me that I like all the time, doing the same thing. Like, what if she ends up being better than me?
Right.
I don't fucking want to deal with that. Like, I'm the man, right? I want to talk about. I want you to do something simple, like whatever, like and like I'll do the cool thing, and I can tell you how cool it is. And
so first grade teachers are out, wrestlers are out.
The first grade teachers are not out.
Oh, okay.
I'm just saying this
Just that
one.
Okay.
That one was a fucking train wreck, right?
Yeah, it's weird that because like sometimes you meet teachers and you think like, oh, they have to be a smart person, and then they're not.
No,
they're
not at all. You got to wonder. There was another date I went on where me and this chick went to a concert. They were, I thought it was the Red Hot Chili Peppers she was buying tickets to, and I was like, wow, that's a crazy thing for a first date.
Mm-hmm.
But I misread. Turns out she bought tickets to the Red Hot Chili Pipers. Guys who play bagpipes. So that was different. Wasn't expecting that. And so we get there. So it was okay, I guess, the performance.
Yeah.
But I'm again not interested in anything this chick's saying. Don't care. And it gets to the point where I'm looking. Obviously, I'm looking at the stage, but I noticed that the lady in front of me has her cell phone, and she's like old, middle-aged lady. So it's like she doesn't know she could just, keep a fucking phone in her lap while she's sending text messages. So she has it like popped up, like holding it like to where I could see it, and. I'm looking at her phone, and big text too, because she's old, right?
Okay.
She can't fucking see, but I could see everything that she's typing. Actually, I pulled it up so I could read it for you guys. I took pictures
of
this lady's phone conversation, because I was like, what the fuck? So instead of paying attention to my date, I read this text that someone had sent to her that says, if you are uncomfortable or don't have any, I understand. I just figure it did not hurt to ask. And she replies, this lady, and says, oh man, Carrie, I wish I could help you, but I don't have any oxy. What? I'm looking like, what the fuck is happening right now? So I'm looking at this, and she says something about it's a long and sad, frustrating story is why I need them. And then she replies, do you want my old dealer's phone number? What is a drug deal is happening in front of this in front of my date,
and then
which I don't care about.
How old you say you think this lady was?
Like late 40s, early 50s.
Nice.
Yeah.
Very nice.
So so that was the most interesting thing about any date I've been on is like a drug deal that was going down in front of me between some middle-aged people over the phone.
Had nothing to do with the date and happened at a Red Hot Chili Pipers concert.
Yeah. Which again, I was sort of excited. I wanted to hear Californication, and I get some fucking bagpipes. I guess.
Did they play Californication?
They did not play one Red Hot Chili Pepper song. Because they were playing so many like just fucking random songs on the bagpipes. You would think they would play one Red Hot Chili Pepper song.
At least the one about what's their most popular song? The one about L.A. Yes, that one, Under the Bridge.
Yeah.
You think they would have at least done that?
Nothing.
Or give it away?
They did Smoke Underwater. I could play fucking Smoke Underwater on the guitar with one good hand. Anybody can play that. What the fuck?
We're getting you a ukulele. I'm sure we got one in the back with some Smoke on the Water.
That's awesome.
Yeah, man. You mentioned old people. Man, I don't understand why everybody's getting so bold to slide for oxys in the DMs anymore. But what's some other like terrible things that you just seen old people do?
Well, so this isn't something I've seen in person. I deal with it a lot online. Because as I've mentioned, I'm a pro wrestler, so most of the time I'm half naked in spandex, right? And I'm a smaller guy, so I guess in the gay community, I would be referred to as something like a twink.
Mm-hmm.
So I get a lot of old guys who message me online with like wanting to buy my trunks or just say creepy stuff. Like, like they don't have to say that they're interested, but I know when I see some alerts on my phone at 3 a.m. and it's just some random guy commenting like, nice pick, champ, with no punctuation. And it's always some fucking old guy who's just like hitting on me. And the worst, man, I'm going to pull it up right now. There is this guy, and I know his name because he's wrote me several times since then. Tony, I'm not going to be mean. I'm not being mean. But the way he wrote this email to me, if I can find it, is surreal.
Surreal is what we like, as long as it's not too sexy.
You'll understand when this is over. So I think this is, so I wrestle with cerebral palsy, which is a disability that, a neurological disability from birth, which affects people in different ways, but in my case in particular, it affects the right side of my body, particularly in my right hand and fingers. That's where it's most noticeable, but kind of my leg too. I walk a little flat-footed. So like to some people, I'm sort of inspirational. I might argue that point. I'm just doing what I like, and I happen to have a disability. But like, I guess it's kind of cool what I do, and people look up to me sometimes, right? Travel all around doing it. So I get this message. What I think is someone who thinks I'm inspirational, because that happens sometimes.
Okay.
So I start reading it. Hi, Gregory. This was in 2012, by the way.
All right. This has had 6 years to marinate.
I'm Tony from Pittsburgh, Imperial, near the Pittsburgh airport. Like your profile a lot. I'd like to wrestle you. I'm 5'8", 172 pounds. Turned 61 this past Monday, April 23rd. I have cerebral palsy too. Okay, so maybe he just wants to tell me his stats, right? I don't know.
Yeah.
That's cool, man. Mild form, which affects my right side. Had a lot of surgeries in the 60s and 70s for it. Had my right wrist, fingers fused. I'm also athletic. I'm a fitness swimmer. 2 miles daily, 434 miles in 2011, and over 7,800 total miles. Pretty impressive. Wow.
This is pre-Fitbit, too.
I also like to wrestle a lot. But the CP scares off almost everyone. I'm very strong from swimming, especially in the legs. My favorite aggressor hold is a crushing body scissors while working over the pits and the pecs. More with claw holds. What the fuck? Nothing serious. I saw in the newspaper you will be in Pittsburgh this weekend for a match for the School for the Deaf. It's unlikely I'll be there. My nephew turns 18 tomorrow, because he's a fucking 61-year-old man.
Yeah.
And I'll be having dinner with him and my sister at some point this weekend.
So he wants me to meet the whole family.
Yeah. Do you get down to Pittsburgh much? I'd like to wrestle you. But I don't have a ring. Okay.
He's got a bed, though.
When I do wrestle, I like to get a room at the Motel 6 near me.
Hang on, he's on to something here. That's a great idea.
All the mattresses can be moved to the floor and the frames moved out of the way, please write back.
He thought he sold you with the floor mattresses. It's like, this is my big closer.
Oh my God.
What holds do you like using?
Oh, that keeps going. Oh my God.
What kind of workouts do you do? What are your stats? And just so you know, if you belong to the YMCA and have an away status membership, I too belong to the YMCA, about 20 miles north on I-79. Wow, great info.
Yeah.
Thanks, Tony. He ends with, my CP is on the right side. What side is yours on? Tony from Pittsburgh.
Did you write back?
No.
Okay.
Oh.
But like what struck me as the creepiest part about this motherfucker wrote me wanting to wrestle, and he thought that I would see, oh yeah, oh, I'm very interested in wrestling. What? You don't have a ring? Oh, Motel 6? That's a great idea. Yeah, we can move the matches. We can work something out. And then I was going to get there. He was going to fucking put me in a crushing body scissors. And I was going to have this like life moment where I was like, oh, God, I can't get it. Oh, wait, what? I'm sort of into this. And then like we were just going to start like making out or something. Like he tried to trick me. Like I have CP, which is technically brain damage, but I'm not fucking stupid.
Yeah, I mean, it's very hard to get from a body scissors to making out.
Yeah. I mean, you could make it happen, but I mean, I just didn't want it to happen with Tony.
No, Tony from Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, would it have been better if his CP was on the left side?
I would have thought about it if it was on the left side, actually. That's something that plays out in my mind to this day. Like, would me and Tony be a thing if his birth would have gone a little differently? And also maybe he was like, 40 years younger.
Oh.
A Motel 6 death match. Hey, the dude knows how to tell a story, at least.
It's incredible. So now he writes back. He writes like once a year since. And like now he's friends with me on Facebook because me and Zach Gowen, like he's a tag team partner of mine that I travel with. He also has a disability, wrestles with one leg. So together we're the handicapped heroes. And like we team places and we actually go to schools and do motivational speeches. It's like pretty cool. And he's the reason why I became a wrestler. I saw him on WWE television when I was 16. So he's a couple years older than me.
Was
so
it Brock who tore him apart?
He wrestled Brock
Yep.
Lesnar. So he's like a 6-foot guy with one leg, and Brock Lesnar beat the shit out of him. So like that's on. I know. You didn't expect it to go that way, but that's the way it happened.
Well, it's Vince McMahon, so.
Yeah. So somehow Tony got my information on Facebook, and he barely knows how to use it, and he's like commenting. Like, hey, I don't know if you could see this. I don't know how to send you a message, but I hope you get this. Love to wrestle you. So me and Zach start trolling this guy occasionally and just like, sorry, man, like if you could figure out how to send me a message, I'd love to hotel wrestle you, but you have to go through my agent, Zach Gowen. So I have him like writing Zach now, and he doesn't know what's happening, and he's like posting his phone number publicly. It's just... It's ridiculous. He literally wrote me today in some fucking comment, and I just like shook my head like, Jesus, I can't get ready to... I don't even remember. I just brush it off anymore because it's like, oh, Tony Zupancic, who's now 65, still writing me trying to have a hotel wrestling match. Like, it's fucking...
I just love the fact that you've held on to it. And of course you do. Like that.
I held on it specifically because I knew this day would come on this podcast where I could publicly tell that story.
It's a great story. I mean, just the fact that he'd love to wrestle you. Like, dude, if you're going to just come out with it then, Just say what you mean.
Yeah.
Well, he did. He said he wants to put you some claw holds.
Crushing body scissors. Yeah. Just the terminology is ridiculous. Who writes that? That's like I've been
Tony from Pittsburgh.
I mean, I guess, but it's like like sexual things. Like when someone says like I'm horny. Like, who actually says that? Because I think that's hilarious. I would never look at a chick and be like, I'm so horny right now. If a girl said it to me, I would laugh in her face. Like, could you use any other word?
Right. You just like, you use the eyes. You use the signals.
Right.
You don't come out and say, I'm horny.
I'm so horny right now. Ooh, I have a boner. That's funny too. Like what? But don't say that.
No, but it's the what was his name? Tony from Pittsburgh.
Tony.
He'd say, I have a Woody.
Oh God. Tony.
I'm stiff in more than just my right side.
Okay. Awful. Just awful.
I I just like the fact that did he really like, okay, this guy who is 30 years younger than me, he really thought, actually what, I guess at that point, it's 35 years younger.
Yeah, something like that, yeah.
Something like that. He's just like, oh, well, he has cerebral palsy and he likes to quote, end quote, wrestle.
Yeah.
So we both have cerebral palsy. He definitely wants to fuck me.
Hey.
Like, he didn't think that it was a question. He was like, I just got to throw this out there.
It's simple math.
That's a problem that Jordan has when he goes to biker bars. Hey, you have a shaved head and a belly hanging out over your jeans, too. Let's fuck in the bathroom.
There it is.
I thought you were going to say, let's boogie.
I should have said let's boogie. That was way funnier, Jordan. Damn it.
So I remember. All right. So I know that we started there with like the old lady.
Yeah.
I remember when we were talking about like the many different subjects we were going to try and cover, and I remember one of the ones you sent me was, I hate old people, but specifically my dad. So
yeah.
I was wondering because you said he was old and stuck in his ways. I'm curious. Let's divulge on why you hate that.
So I love my dad.
Sure.
Like his semen created my life in some way.
Well, that makes him eligible for your love.
That's true. But like he's like 60 and he smokes a lot of weed. So I feel like he's lost a lot of brain cells, right? And he likes to drink. So it's like my dad. He just he says shit sometimes where it's just like, dude, like it's 2018. Like you can't say shit like that, man. Or just like his way of thinking. So he's just very ignorant, right? And just kind of dumb. So it's kind of like it sucks that like I hate the idea that like I have to come to terms with like, because I try to talk to my dad like an adult because he's a grown fucking man, right? But like he's just dumb. Like there's no getting through to him sometimes. So it's like I hate the idea that like I have to come to terms with that. Like my dad, for however many years he has left, is just gonna be like he's the way he is, right? And like nothing I'm gonna say or do is gonna change his mindset. And
right.
It's just just pissing me off. Like I stopped over there before I came to the show tonight, and he's just, what's up, man? What's going on? And I'm like, nothing. Gonna go do this podcast, live podcast thing. It's gonna be cool. And I wrestled last weekend in Denver. He's like, oh, okay. So what's up? What? I just told you, man. Like, what the fuck are you talking about, dude?
He expected more.
Well, and so then I went to the bathroom. I came out of the bathroom. You're like, so what's up, man? What's new? What are you doing today? I just told you. What is wrong?
How old's your dad?
60.
60.
He's
okay.
not that old.
No,
he's an idiot. He's already drunk, and so I don't know, so I was talking about it to I brought my brother along with me. I was talking to him on the way here. It's like the thing that sticks out in my mind. So I'm trying to write this book, kind of like an autobiography for basically my speaking stuff. So it's like
a memoir.
Yeah. So it's like I don't know, it's used as a tool in schools to be you basically sell it to the schools, right? So if they don't pay you for speaking, they can buy X number of your books, and then I speak for free. That's kind of how that works. So it's I'm working on this book, and last year I was asking my dad about just stuff about the day I was born or whatever, and I'm his firstborn child, right? Dude can't tell me shit about the day I was born, okay? Nothing. He doesn't know. So it's cool. It's great that this was such an important day in your life, having your first baby. But then randomly one day, I'm over there and he's drunk and he goes, "You want to know how you got your middle name?" And I said, "Actually, yeah, I do. My middle name is Allen, and it's spelled the weird way, A-L-L-E-N. And there's no one in my family with the name Al or Allen, so I don't know where it came from. My name is Gregory Allen Smith. My initials spell gas, just throwing it out there. Also, Gregory Smith, not a cool wrestling name. Gregory Iron, much better.
Way better wrestling name.
So my middle name's Allen. So I'm like, yeah, you know what? I actually would like to know how you came up with the name Allen. So he looks at me and goes, Tim Allen.
Oh.
You're named after a narc.
Hold on. He says, I was a real big fan of Home Improvement.
Oh my God.
But here's the best part.
Didn't that come out after you were...
Hold on. I look at him and I say, Dad, Home Improvement came on the air in 1991. I was born in 1986. And he said, you know what, Greg, fuck you. Don't ask me anything anymore. Get the fuck out of my face. I didn't even ask you.
He asked you.
I didn't even ask you, dude. That's my dad.
You're still named after a narc.
What the hell, man?
Dude, of all fucking comics, why Tim fucking Allen?
You like that?
Shut up, Jordan Carlos.
You like that sound that he made? Oh, yeah.
That's terrible.
Yep.
I'm gonna pull up our conversation that we were having because
Okay.
I'm gonna see what else we were. That's fucking great.
Man, my mother used to tell me family secrets. Just at random times. She once turned to my sister. They were knitting or something. She was like, "Don't ever do cocaine.
Oh,
it hurt my nose."
Oh God, that's.
And it's the reason that you don't have a younger sister.
Okay.
It's like, all right, thanks for the secrets, Mom.
Don't you have a younger sister?
No, I have 2 younger sisters, but yeah, it was apparent. She had this theory that the time that she tried cocaine caused her to miscarry, which that would make her the Len bias of uteruses.
Wow.
But
Taking this to a real dark place, I
Yeah.
guess. I mean, I feel like if I brought up the fact that my mom was a crackhead, it would go a lot darker. I don't know if we want that.
we could talk about. Okay, so your mom was a crackhead.
Yeah.
Was a crackhead.
Yep, past tense, because she died from doing crack. So, public service announcement: don't do crack.
Don't do crack.
Because you'll probably die.
Didn't they make a lot of public service announcements for that in the 80s?
They did.
Yeah.
My mom did not pay attention to them. She got addicted to crack in like 1995. So I was about 8. It was right after my grandma died. It was her mom, so she was real close to her, and she decided crack was the way to deal with that. And that's another thing that I hated as a kid. If we're talking about things we hated, like my parents, they got into a lot of physical altercations in front of me and my brother as a kid, and it was awkward. You know, a lot of crying, like something you don't want to see, like your fucking parents punching each other in the face in front of you and arguing, right? So it was like a real thing. So I guess I hate that, but it's like, so I have a very morbid sense of humor when it comes to things. Probably stems from seeing shit like that, right?
Well, and you're in the right place for that. Then.
Yeah. So like, so there's a story that I recall that's. I can look back at it and the absurdity of it. So it's like, so my dad got to a point where he had to sleep with his wallet in his jeans because my mom would steal money for crack.
Yeah.
So one night she woke up my dad at like 4 a.m. and was like, "Hey, I want some money so I can go grocery shopping." And my dad, who had been drinking all night, was like, "No, I'm not giving you money because I know what you're gonna do." So while my dad's sleeping, she tries to take the wallet out of his jeans pocket. Of course, wakes my dad up, okay? Leads to a physical altercation. One of many that I've seen at this point. It's usually the same routine. I figure this is how it's going to go down. I'm watching the fight happen. They're fighting. Me and my brother are crying. It's terrible. Please stop. Don't hit mommy. Don't hit daddy. Blah, blah, blah. Eventually, the cops are called. The cops take my dad around the block, and they bring him back home. That's how it happens every fucking week, right? My parents. This one was a little different. So they're fighting, crying, as expected. Don't hit mommy. Don't hit daddy. But then at some point, my dad grabs my mom's shirt and tears it. And as he does this, my mom's boob falls out.
Okay.
So as I'm crying, I'm looking at my mom with her tit hanging out. And she says to my dad, this is more of a physical thing. It's not gonna transfer over the podcast, but she goes, "Fucking hit me, Dewey. Fucking hit me again, motherfucker. Fucking hit me." And I'm looking at this boob just jiggling. And I'm thinking to myself, I can't even cry anymore.
Yeah.
This is fucking horrible. I'm looking at my mom's boob. And that's the first boob I ever saw.
She was taunting your father during a physical altercation with her boob.
She wasn't doing that. That's like what her boob was doing. She wasn't like touching her boob.
I
She
thought.
wasn't- she
Jordan,
wasn't
you
handling
should
her
know
boob.
this. You've yelled so much that your boob shakes.
It was dangling.
Just happened right now.
It was dangling there. So that was awkward, and I stopped crying. I remember thinking like, this is.
Yeah, that's more scarring than the physical altercation, I believe.
Yeah. So eventually, which seemed like an eternity. Can you imagine seeing your mom's boob hanging out? Like, it seemed like it was out there for a while. She changed her shirt, and the fight continued again. My dad,
Just like round 2 costume
round
change.
2, my dad pushes my mom off the porch, right?
Whoa.
And we have like this little flower bed and these bricks, and it appears as though, from my vantage point and my brother's vantage point, that my mom's head hits these bricks on the ground, okay?
Ooh.
So we're fucking scared, right? So we go down on the steps, and we go see our mom, and we get real close to her, and we go, Mom, are you okay? And she's laying there with her eyes closed, and she goes, Mommy's just pretending, I'm okay. Mommy's just pretending. So I'm like, what the in my head, I'm like, all right. And I look up at my dad.
Pretending what?
She's, I don't know, like she's probably trying to set up something for when the cops get here, right? So I look up at my dad, who again has been drinking, so he's half out of it, and I'll never forget looking up at him on the porch, shirtless, just in his jean shorts, and he goes, oh my God, I killed the bitch. How the fuck am I going to cover this one up? And I didn't think about it at the time, but that's a weird way to word that, right?
Yeah, like he wasn't worried about her being hurt. He was worried about like, shit, I gotta cover my own ass.
But this one? Yeah. What does that mean?
So maybe he's pushed a few other people onto some bricks.
Well, I don't know. So thank you for bringing up the cocaine thing, because you just took this to a real fucking awkward place.
No, it's okay. I mean, it actually ties in. It ties into because, like, we did the old person thing, talking about your dad. It kind of worked, and it brings up another thing, because Greg sent me a list of, like, normally on this show, somebody comes on, they pick one thing that they really hate a lot, and we discuss it, and it ends up being therapeutic for either Sheer and I, or the guest, or all three of us.
It's never therapeutic for me.
And he says that. But, however, it the way that story kind of ended up kind of turns into one of the things that you had sent to me, is you hate shitbag wrestlers who hurt people.
Yep.
So it kind of ties in directly to what
Do
you were
they smoke crack?
Some of them do.
Some of them do.
Jake the Snake Roberts smoked crack for a long
he
time.
did. Jake's a good guy now, though, so I won't say any old things about Jake.
He used to. I'm very happy that he's doing well.
Yeah, he's doing great. So like pro wrestling, I don't know how much you guys know or don't know, but it's like, I don't like to use the term fake. It's predetermined, right?
Predetermined.
So, like, because fake is like the worst word to use for it, because like I heard every day of my life, and chances are, if you're some motherfucker who just brushes off as fake, like you can't do what I do. You know what
Exactly.
I mean? Because it's like it's very painful, believe it or not, to throw myself backwards willingly onto my back repeatedly. Like the best way to kind of throw it out there is like, we do get hurt in ways that we plan on getting hurt, if that makes sense. And you hope that you don't get hurt in ways that you didn't plan on getting hurt, right? So it's like when you're in there with some other dude who, like, you might have known him forever, you might be working with him for the first time. It's like you're trusting that person to take care of your body, and vice versa when you go out there to, like, put on this performance, essentially, right? But sometimes, and a lot of the times in independent wrestling, because, it's like sometimes I work a lot with dudes that used to be in WWE, and other times I'm working with guys that just started out, and then sometimes I'm wrestling guys who've been working for years and are fucking horrible wrestlers, right? And that's like, unfortunately, that's a lot of the time. So,
and before Greg goes on, if you're not familiar with his work, he also has done like some of the most violent, like he's been involved in very violent matches. Like, it's worth checking out, like, to see this guy who's like such a nice dude. Go look up what he's done and what he's put his body through, and then fucking tell us it's fake.
Thank you. I try to run the spectrum of things you could do as a wrestler, because it's like we were just talking about earlier. It's like, I think people look at me as like the the handicap wrestler, which is fine. Like, I'm never gonna like break away from that. Like, I am the handicap wrestler, and I embrace that, right? But I've always had this chip on my shoulder since I was little because of the things that I grew up around and seen, and just the idea that people told me when I started thinking that I could be a wrestler that I couldn't do it. I always have this chip on my shoulder to prove people wrong, right? So it's like, I am the handicapped wrestler, but I could be like the best good guy wrestler, and I could also be the best bad guy wrestler. And like, I've been doing that for a few years where it's like, it defies logic, right? Like, I shouldn't be able to be a bad guy, but like, I'm a good fucking bad guy.
Yes,
you know why?
yes,
'Cause I can
you
talk
are.
a lot of shit. Like, that's, I'm good at that. So if you could talk shit, it doesn't matter if I got this crippled hand, because guess what? I'm disabled, but maybe you're a fat fuck and you're more disabled than I'll ever be, right? So it's like maybe, right? So like, maybe that's a disability to me, or you're fucking cross-eyed or something. I don't know. That's a big disability. I'm a good-looking man, right? Fuck you. So it's like, so I don't know. You could spin the disability thing like to make people like, man, you know, this guy with the cerebral palsy is a real piece of shit, right? So it's like, I like to show that like I can do more than just one thing. I'm not a one-trick pony. But like, but back to the idea of like, sometimes I work with like shitbag wrestlers, right? So I've been hurt a few times. Luckily, I've never broken any bones, or I've had a couple tears. Had some concussions. Nothing major. But I probably had the worst injury of all this past September. Men will sympathize with me here. So I did this show.
I think anybody would sympathize with this, man.
So I did this show in New Jersey, and to me and Zach Allen, my partner with one leg. So we drove like it's like 6.5, 7 hours in New Jersey, and we were also with another dude from Cleveland, M-Dog 20 Matt Cross.
Woo!
And we traveled together. And that day, on the way to the show, we were in a car accident. Car hit my vehicle. Nothing major, but just major enough to be an inconvenience to my life. So we could still go to the show, but it's like, you know, someone hit my car. Like, fuck, this sucks. Like, got to get this taken care of. Like, so I'm just pissed off about that for the rest of the day. Get to the show. Not the best wrestling show I've ever been a part of. I'm wrestling these two big dudes that just, sometimes when you're talking to guys and you're like planning the match, like you can just tell like this is gonna suck, right?
Right.
So like there's just no
You
chemistry.
said this was somebody you hadn't worked with before.
Coincidentally, we had worked with these guys one time prior. Like, it was a very short thing, but like, so we kind of knew them, but like, it wasn't good when we worked with them then. So it was like, you know,
not well enough to trust them.
Yeah. So it's like, me and Zach have this like paint by numbers match that we do, and like keep it simple, where it's like, you know, you basically just kind of work around us, and like we'll make you look good or whatever. So we're trying to call that, and these guys are just calling shit that doesn't make any sense in the form of wrestling. I mean, wrestling in general doesn't make any sense, but like you have to make logic out of something that's completely illogical, right? So we plan this match, and before we go to the ring, these guys go to the ring first, and like they're probably like, one guy's like 400 pounds, the other guy's like, you know, he's really tall, probably like 275, 6'7". And so like I look at Zach and I was like, man, I got a bad feeling about this. And he's like, why? You want to change something before we go out? And I was like, man, I don't know, dude. I think it's fine. Let's just do it. So we go out there, and these guys just, you know, a lot of the stuff, you know, we talk about that. So we have to remember when we go out there. If you get lost, we just talk to each other, and we'll get back on track, right? So these guys just don't know what's going on. They're forgetting stuff. They're hitting me for real. And you know,
like potatoing you?
Yeah, like just like real stiff shots to the point where I'm getting like pissed. And I'm not a tough guy, but like I've been doing this for 12 years now, and you know, if like someone's gonna fucking stiff me in a match, like I'm gonna stiff them back, you know, like I'm not gonna back down because I've had guys hurt me, right?
Right.
So like I'm firing back on these guys, like hitting them for real, like yo, lighten up. Gets to the point where they fucked up so much. I'm in a terrible mood. And like, look, guys, we started this by saying that like I broke up with my girlfriend of 5 years back in June at this point, and this is September. So like that kind of came out of nowhere. This car accident came out of nowhere. A lot of shit in my personal life where I'm just like not in the best mood. And these guys, like, you know, to me, wrestling is art, right? And
Absolutely.
Like, this is my canvas. And like, I'm giving you the opportunity to paint on this canvas with me. So like, I would like a nice, beautiful picture. So don't fucking shit on my canvas, right? So like, these guys are shitting on my canvas. So I'm getting pissed. And it gets to the point where we do a spot where it's called a blind tag, right? So I tag my partner, but we don't actually touch hands. I slap him in the back, right? So technically, I'm the legal man, and I can get the 1, 2, 3, right? So I make the blind tag Boom. I go up to the top rope. I do what's called a cross body onto the guy. Boom. Land on him. So now it's supposed to be a false finish where the ref goes down and counts 1, 2, guy kicks out right before 3. Oh, crowd pops because it was so close, right? I am legal. I do the splash. I make the pin, and the ref goes, "You're not legal. You're not legal." And that was it. I just fucking snapped in the middle of the ring. And I stood up, and I look at the ref, and I just go, "What the fuck?" I'm like, look, I'm saying fuck a lot in this podcast right now because that's kind of how I talk in real life, unfortunately.
And you're allowed. It's internet radio.
But like as a good guy wrestling character, I don't necessarily go out and say fuck in front of a live crowd, right?
Right.
So
You're not Stone Cold Steve
no.
Austin.
Oh, hell no. So I stand up and I say, "What the fuck?" in this ref's face. And the ref's looking at me like, "Oh, no." And I was like, "You fucking suck." And I'm like, I'm gone.
Heel turn, dude.
I hear the crowd react like with a pop, like they're cheering this, right? And but this is not part of the show. Like I'm fucking having a nervous breakdown in the ring because this has just not been a good few months. And
Girlfriend just broke up with you. Just got in a car accident.
Yep, these guys are hurting me and they're fucking up this match. And I look at Zach Gowen and I go, "Zach, these guys fucking suck a dick." And Zach looks at me like, "What are you doing right now? You do not act this way." And I fucking start kicking the ropes like you remember when Mel Gibson like had that recorded fucking thing where he like had a breakdown? He was like, "You make me want to smoke." If Mel Gibson would have heard what I was doing at this moment, he would have fucking blushed, okay? Because I was fucking livid, right?
How do you feel about the Jews?
You're sitting next to one, so.
Love the Jews. Have
Good.
nothing nice things to say about them. So sometimes, when I'm in there, like I say, I talk to these guys to remind them what's coming next, and they usually tell me when they don't suck. So at this point, I'm like, I'm stomping around the ring, fucking veins coming on my forehead and out of my neck, 'cause that's what happens when I get mad. I'm turning red, and I just look at this guy because I know he doesn't know the next spot, and it's supposed to be I run at him, he throws me off. So I say, "Hey, I'm gonna run at you, fucking throw me off," and the crowd can hear it, but I don't give a fuck. I don't care because I've checked out, right? So I run at him, he throws me off. By the way, I've never told this full story publicly. Like, people know that this happened, and I wanted to bury these guys so fucking bad online, but I've never told this story. So be thankful that I'm telling this right now.
Yeah.
Thank you. So I get thrown back into the buckle. I move out of the way. Guy comes charging in. My partner, Zach, kicks him with his only leg. Boop. As he kicks him, I hit him with a move. He goes down. Now, the tag team partner on the other team, he's supposed to be on the floor, which he is, but he's supposed to be in a position to where I could do what's called a suicide dive, where I just kind of running push through the middle and the top rope, right? It looks pretty impressive. Of course, he's like 20 fucking feet away. So if I want to do it, I'm going to just fall on my face.
You have to be Superman.
Yeah, so it's not possible. So I see him, and I fucking kind of give him this look like, "What the fuck?" And I yell, "Hey, get closer, motherfucker. It's time for the suicide dive." And I hit the ropes, and I fucking suicide dive on him, and I'm throwing a tantrum. I'm looking at the crowd, and I'm like, "These guys fucking suck." And I'm snapping. And so then, like, I go up to the top rope, okay? And I get on the top rope, and I'm about to do a spot, what's called, in wrestling, the crotching, okay? So what you do is, you get above the turnbuckle, and you're usually your dick and balls are about like a foot above the buckle, and you just kind of like the guy will do something to where you lose your balance, and you kind of brace yourself, and I hurt my wiener, right? Okay, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not even in full position for this yet, and I just look at the crowd and I go.
And that's something you have to brace yourself for.
You have to brace yourself for. I have my hand in position. I'm just not up and ready to take the fall onto almost my crotch. So I look at the crowd and I go, "It's not fucking rocket science, pro wrestling," and they're still going crazy for it. Well, this guy, who his timing's been off on everything, the guy that I just suicide dived on, he comes and just hits my leg before I'm even in position. So I fall onto my crotch like maybe... couldn't even have been half an inch, right? Because I'm not even in position to take the bump. And it doesn't hurt. It's just like, I just knew in the moment, like, this looked like shit, right? But I have to pretend like it hurt anyways. So whatever, we finish the match, these guys win. Zach's on the floor, he's doing what's called selling, pretending that we're hurt. And Zach looks at me and he goes, sell. And I'm like, fuck that, these guys suck, I'm not pretending I'm hurt, fuck them. So we go into the back and he's like, you okay? I'm like, no, I'm not fucking okay, I'm gonna tell these guys what I think. And they walk up to me and they go, how's the match? I'm like, it fucking sucked. You guys fucking suck. And they're like, what? And like Zach's all like, oh shit, Greg's about to get beat up by these two huge black men. And guess what? I don't care. I don't care because I'm so fucking pissed, right? So I get in the locker room and the ref walks up to me who blew that spot, who that made me snap in the first place, and he's trying to apologize. I said, dude, get the fuck away from me, man. Like, there's nothing you're going to say is going to change this. And I'm looking down. And by the way, again, I don't normally act like this when shit goes wrong, but like, it's just like unprofessionalism. And like, again, I'm putting my safety in other people's hands, right? So it's like I'm just not in the best mood. All things considered. And as I look down and I'm telling this ref to get away from me, I look at my crotch and I see a dark red spot. And I look at Zach and I say, great, my dick is probably bleeding. And I just kind of said it, you know? I'm just in a bad mood. I'm going off in a tangent. So I go to the bathroom. And by the way, since this is a terrible show, you know, sometimes I wrestle in like arenas in front of a couple thousand. Sometimes I wrestle in UAW halls. This in particular was a shitty rec center with a bathroom shared by not only the wrestlers but the fans. So I had to go into the fans' bathroom and went into the corner of the bathroom while there's fans in there, and I just opened up my wrestling trunks. And you can imagine my horror as I see blood pouring out of my penis. Okay?
So out the pee hole.
Out of the pee hole. So my eyes got really wide, obviously. Don't want to see blood coming from there.
No,
and
never.
I walk back to the locker room, which is about the size of a jail cell, by the way, shared by like 12 wrestlers. And I go, Zach, come to the bathroom, come to the bathroom, come to the bathroom, come to the bathroom.
I want to show you my dick.
So, well, we're walking there, and he's like, what's wrong? And I said, blood is coming out of my actual dick hole right now. And he goes, show me. And then in my head, I'm like, fuck, I don't want to show him my dick. Like, this is the reason why I became a wrestler. This guy, like, he inspired me to be a wrestler, right? I don't want to show him my dick, but I have to. I have to, because this is a very, very serious situation. So we go to the bathroom, and I pull out my dick in front of the fans, and Zach sees it, and now the dick is facing towards the floor, so blood is pouring out onto the floor like a puddle of blood. And Zach's like, oh, God. And I'm like, yeah. And so we go back to the locker room, and now, much like the song Torn from the late 90s, I'm cold and I'm shamed, lying naked on the floor.
Natalie Imbruglia,
Yes.
if I'm not mistaken.
And I have nothing but someone's T-shirt that they handed me over my actual dick as it's bleeding. And I think to myself,
oh no,
you know, I could have done anything with my life. I could have stayed in college, just, you know, went to broadcasting school, could have done that like I was doing, but instead,
could have started a podcast.
Yeah, you know, and so now I'm thinking about every life decision I've made up to this moment where I'm about to die from internal penile hemorrhaging. And so poor wrestler mentality, right? Because usually, like, you know, a lot of us don't have health insurance and shit. So, like, if something serious happens, right, like, we'll just pack my shit up and we'll just go to the hospital, right? So M-Dog20, who we're with, you know, he understands the seriousness of the situation, and he goes, oh, we'll just pack up Greg's stuff and we'll just drive to the hospital. And I go, oh, no. Like, if my arm was falling off or my neck was broken, sure, we could drive me to the hospital. But, like, blood's coming out of my dick hole, we're going to call 911 on this one. So, because I want to make sure everything is going to be working after this, right?
Yeah.
So ambulance shows up. I get put on a stretcher. The paramedic tells me, your pulse is low. And I'm thinking to myself, I really am going to die from bleeding out of my dick hole. And I say to him, could you not have this go in my obituary? And he says, yeah, we'll make sure of that. And I'm thinking like, oh, God. Oh, no.
Good boys.
So here's the best part. As I'm getting wheeled on the stretcher, motherfuckers that did this to me have not said a word. There's a wrestler that used to be in the WWE named MVP in the locker room.
Oh, yeah.
First time I ever met him. Not the way I wanted to, not the impression I wanted to leave. He's in the corner. Guys have not asked if I'm okay. This motherfucker that did this walks up to MVP and goes, before I'm even carted out, as I'm being rolled out, he says, hey, man, can I get a picture with you?
Oh.
And I was like, if I could have stood up, which I couldn't, I would have fucked that dude up.
Oh, without a doubt.
Because it was like what the fuck? So then, I go to the hospital. I'm in the hospital for 12
It's not
hours.
like it's Stone Cold. It's MVP.
Yeah, right? So I'm in the hospital for like 12 hours, and they're putting catheters in and out of my dick. But they can't get it in because they're not sure if it's torn, okay?
Oh.
So then they don't have the urologist there because it's like 3 a.m. So they're like, we have to x-ray your penis. Okay. So I lay on this x-ray table, and I'm laying there like the chick in Titanic. I have to because that's how they have to do the x-ray, right? And at this point...
Photo me like one of your French...
Yeah, exactly. So blood's dripping out of me, and this Chinese woman that I've never met, I'm laying there in that position, and I say to her, are you going to pay me like one of your French girls? And she just looks at me with stone face, and I'm like, all right, well, my penis is just bleeding everywhere, and I'm just trying to tell a joke, make light of the situation. You could fucking laugh, but all right. So this x-ray of my penis is supposed to take 5 minutes. So the process of x-raying a penis, gentlemen, because I'm sure you're dying to know.
Mm-hmm.
Well, for future reference.
One person has to stretch the penis while the other
wait.
person...
Did your dick hurt at this point, or was it just...
Oh, yeah.
Okay, all right.
Oh, yes.
Okay.
So the other person has to shoot dye into the dick, okay? So they do this, and I can't move a muscle while they're doing it. I could just make a really horrified face like this.
Yeah.
So it's supposed to take 5 minutes, right? Send the photo over to the urologist. All I hear from the back is, we didn't get it, we got to do it again.
Oh.
So this went on for 2 hours. 2 hours. So, ladies, if you're ever thinking about some way to torture your man before you kill him, this would be the thing to do.
Stretch and shoot the dye in.
Yeah. Then they put a camera in there to determine whether it was torn or not. Couldn't figure it out. Eventually, they let me go, and I had to keep a catheter in me for the next week. So every 2 hours on the way back from New Jersey, we had to stop at a rest stop so I could empty my bag. And I usually wear pretty tight pants, so I had to wear scrubs. And I'm walking into all these gas stations with just a big pair of scrubs on, walking like 1 centimeter with every step, like an old man. And it's just so embarrassing. And to top it all off, I don't want to stay with my roommate because I need help showering and all this shit because I have one hand to change this bag and everything. It's fucking horrible. So I end up staying with for a week my ex-girlfriend. Super awkward. Probably should have just hung out with my roommate.
Hey, my dick's broke. Can you help me out?
Yep.
Hey, look, I have bleedy dick, and it's not your fault.
Yeah. So it didn't end up being a tear, thank God, because I never...
And it put you out of action for a minute. I mean, it was...
A month.
A month, yeah. I
Um,
know you were out for a while.
And I think it could have been like 2 weeks and been fine, but believe it or not, I wanted to take a little bit of caution with this injury.
It's your dick.
Yeah. So it could have been a tear, but it ended up being a bruised urethra. Ooh. And it was... I got to say, I hate dick injuries.
Man. Yeah. We've all grown to hate dick injuries.
Yep.
With you, Greg.
Yep.
So where can we catch you next?
What am I doing next? Let me look at my
While
old
you're
calendar.
looking, where can they find you on the social medias?
I'm on social media on Twitter at Gregory Iron. You can find me on Instagram at Gregory_Iron. I'm on Facebook. Just search Gregory Iron or Facebook.com/The Handicapped Hero. And if you can't remember any of that, just Google Gregory Iron. I do have a Wikipedia.
He comes up. He's verified.
I am verified on Twitter. You know, it goes The Rock, Arnold, Gregory Iron.
There it goes.
That's kind of how that works. Next week, actually, May's taking it kind of easy in May because I'm like really gearing up to do some motivational speaking stuff.
Awesome.
So like next week, I'm just in upstate New York for a place called Empire State Wrestling. But
you gonna be around J-Lit weekend or?
No, I have some other obligations. So
Cool.
it's just I'm taking it slow the next couple months just because like I'm writing this book and I'm trying to invest time in that. And it's very difficult because I want it to be good and I want it to be something that appeals to everybody. Kind of like this podcast today. I kind of just wanted to touch on wrestling, but that's not what I'm all about. You know what I mean? I want
Right.
something that hits everyone. The general idea, like with my story, is like, you know, I go by 3 things in life, and it's enduring, inspiring, and fighting. I feel like that's what I've done my whole life, and I just kind of want to relay that message to people of all ages, races, creeds. You know, like that's what I'm all about. Is just I don't know if you're motivated by my story, cool, but I'm just a dude, you know, and I just want to be a dude with all you dudes and dudettes.
Right on.
Well, thank you very much for coming on, Greg. We appreciate
Also, Greg does have his T-shirts for sale over here. If you are interested in those, they're awesome. He always has the best T-shirts.
it. I'm very jealous of your T-shirts. They are really good.
I
So
try.
go check those out, and Sad Boys merch is over there too. So, Jordan, I don't think we're going to find anybody that hates dick injuries as much as Greg Iron.
No, there is another.
I won't apologize again. I'm a repeat offender. You can see right through my skin. I don't care about making mistakes. I keep setting up and falling on my face. Feed me numbing agents. Drag me to the ring. Another discharge like burn. Diagnosis drunkenness. I keep my bruise and my brain and down to the punches. And I was meant to take.
This has been a Lousy Weather Media Network production. Find new episodes and archives at lousyweathermedia.com.